Good God, Megan. You're so fucking obtuse. It's Tuesday, July 13th, and we started talking about a health official in Tennessee where it is, I guess, legal for people 14 years and up to make their own medical decisions, who was providing information about vaccine access and to younger people and got fired for it. And the question was, what do people do as parents um, with children in a who are teenagers who may or may not have the ability to make their own medical decisions depending on where they live, and how do you address that? And you're so fucking thick. Um, your colleague Sunny just explained how very much that she went through this process with her own 14-year-old daughter about understanding what the 14-year-old daughter's wishes were, but ultimately that the decision was theirs to make, and what that's like as a parent and how you have to, all the things you have to weigh um, in making those decisions and having those conversations with your children. And you say, oh well, this is like something, a philosophical discussion you'd have or an existential conversation you'd have in a philosophy class in college. You dumb dumb. It's literally conversations that real life people are having right now about their own health and safety that your own colleague, or you call a friend, just talked about. She and you make it this, oh, I don't, it's a theoretical thing. Oh God, you're dumb. And it's because you didn't have an answer. uh, so you know so you just talk about it as if people aren't actually dealing with this. And I guess because you're not dealing with it right now, specifically in your particular moment in life, then you don't have to come up with an opinion about it, or understand the pros and the cons, or the difficulty of it. You just talk about it like a philosophical issue, some theoretical idea that may come up when it's actually literally happening to the, I was going to say person right next to you, but she's person in the visual box right next to you. So that's a real good job listening, Megan. Because you keep patting yourself on the back for how much listening you've been doing over the past year and a half. I guess you stopped after you got your double vax. No more listening. That was the other argument that you made. You were so glad to get your vaccine because now you can do anything you want. You could always do whatever you wanted. It's about health risk, and and how much you care about your neighbor's health and safety. But you took quarantine as being locked in the prison of your own home, instead of understanding that it's an opportunity to do some good, and an opportunity to maybe pay attention to yourself and work on your own things. But anyway, that was topic number one. The second one was about Oprah and Gail and their lifelong friendship. And all of your colleagues said wonderful things about people being supportive of each other, sort of uh, you know not just being there for the fun stuff, and all sorts of wonderful things that people who actually really care about each other do for each other. And your answer was, you and your friend SE, have a similar job, so that's really bonding, and that you've pretty much copied her marriage style and her parenting style and adopted it as your own. So what are you providing to this friendship? Um, and like, how limited in intellectual capacity are you that you can't absorb things from more than one source and be able to put them together and make your own ideological decisions about things? Why, like, you literally just want to absorb what are the things around you, accept them as your own, and move on. Where is the individual thought process for you? When do you do that self-reflection, and really think about your input? It's mind-boggling. Totally on brand for you, but it's just odd to hear it voiced Like, are you aware enough that you just said out loud, "Oh, I just have this friend and I just do whatever she does." In things like your marriage and parenting, which are pretty important parts of a life. Um, so that was pretty nitwitty. And then Eric Adams, who I am not a fan of, came on and said he is, within answering the same question, said, "I am not going to run the city by slogan," and then very much just gave a slogan about if you don't educate, you incarcerate. It's like you just contradicted your own statement within two sentences of each other. We'll see. I hope he proves me wrong. I hope he's better than I think he's going to be, but I don't have a lot of high hopes for him as the New York City mayor. And Connie Britton is a national treasure. That's all there is to it.